Peace reflections. So the guys walking the earth. Woke up at like 2 a.m., man. I've been up since fell asleep around like 10 something. Woke up at like 2 a.m. Been up since, man. Thought my wife was coming at me funny. On Facebook. Find her page. It's basically one of the reasons I did the video earlier. I did my last live. It's one of the reasons I did my last live today. Like this rising. But it was still a good message. And that's what matters. No matter what the universe puts you through, it's always about how you respond. You never point your finger. When you point the finger, you miss the point, man. And the point is that, like my brother True just said, the point is that the universe is you, man. The universe is you. The point is that everything that happens is not about what happens to you, it's how you respond to it, it's how you think about it. It's how you go about handling the situation. It's how you control yourself. You are God, and you control reality by controlling your subjective piece of yourself. Objectively, you are God. Subjectively, you are a piece of God experiencing itself. So you got to have some self-control. I appreciate that, Andrew. I appreciate that, bro. Share them, man. Share them like crazy, man. If you really like them, share them, bro. Share them like crazy. Like, literally. Share them all over the internet. Elite. What's up, Akal? The reminder that you are God. I love myself. Peace. I love myself, y'all. I love myself, Akal. Facts. Peace to the elites. Peace to all the guys walking the earth. Those who know that they are one with the unity of mind and have the ability to materialize heaven on this earth plane. Chiefs and gods, chiefess, and goddesses, and warriors, and whatever. You know, all of us. We all have a different role to play, but we all have the same mission. And that is to materialize the kingdom of heaven on this plane. By first understanding the kingdom of heaven within our own program that is materialized on this plane as our subjective experience, which we call our bodies and the way we think and our personality and stuff, our phenotype, basically, our genes, our biology, and stuff like that. So, yeah, those that know that we're all connected are the elite, man. Those who know that we are all connected and actually practice applying the divine knowledge of self, and actually, do it with great skill. And apply with accuracy to specific parts of their life. Those are the ones that will be collected. The rest of everyone else will just be convicted because they will be too weak to understand, or either too weak to apply the information readily. Like, regardless of what anyone says, man, all is mental first. Man, I hate that. Looking at my nose, man. Y'all looking at my nose, bro. You know what I mean? Looking at my nose, man. But yeah, like regardless of what anyone says, all is mental first. All is mental before anything. Literally everything that exists is a product of the mind. It's just on many different scales. You know how each person thinks they have their own mind, but really you don't have your own mind. Objectively, all of our minds is one mind. All of our minds together is collectively is one mind, and that's being run by the conscious part of that mind, which is called the collective consciousness. And the collective consciousness is basically everyone that is conscious of being on any realm that they exist on. Anyone that is conscious, any being that is conscious of what they are experiencing, any being that is lucid within their dream and knows, like, you know, that they are here, basically. So the whole point of reality is to grow and better that consciousness and expand that consciousness so that everything, as much as possible, can be fully experienced throughout infinity. Everything that can be experienced, you know, can be experienced. Anything that can be experienced will be experienced, and we push for that. That's what the elite do. We push for that by first attaining that part within ourselves, attaining that consciousness within ourselves, knowing that we are the collective consciousness, just an individual, you know what I'm saying, part of it, you know, just an individual perception of it being expressed, the individual possibility being expressed. And we need to just gather all our information together, converse with each other, reciprocate information, and help each other build, man. Build and expand that consciousness, expand that mission. Like, not expand the mission, but, you know, push that mission out more. You know, let people know that they are a part of something great. They are a part of something great. A lot of people, they don't want to be a part of Carbon Nation because of pride, man. Because all the stuff they hear about Chief, all the stuff they hear about the followers of the Christ, the disciples, all the stuff they hear, man, and everything you hear is just what it is, man. It's hearsay. It's not, you know, if you haven't really walked with the person, if you haven't really, you know what I'm saying, been around these people, you know, talk to them directly, seen how they live on a day-to-day basis, you know, and stuff like that, then you shouldn't be talking about their life, because you're not living their life, and you're not doing what they do. Like, if you're not online, constantly studying, which is what the internet is for, the whole internet, if you're not online, constantly studying and applying information to your life that can better your life and better the lives of the collective consciousness and expand the awareness of the collective, then you're not doing, I don't think you have like a definite purpose. Like, you don't have a definite purpose, to me, if you ask me. And I really think you shouldn't be talking about anybody else's life until you get your own shit together. Like, period. Like, point blank, period. Like, what's his name? World News messaged me calling me, like, he was talking to me crazy, talking about I'm homeless or some shit. Talking to me crazy, talking about I look like a homeless man or some shit. I'm like, yeah, because I'm not at home, bro. Like, I'm not at home, bro. Like, home is the tropics, bro. I'm not in the tropics, of course. Like, you right, fam. Like, I'm not in the tropics right now. Like, my mind is like in the tropics, but my subconscious, my conscious mind is in the tropics, but my subconscious is like, my subconscious has got to catch up. My subconscious, I got to reprogram my whole subconscious mind. That's what I'm in the process of doing. And I got to get there, man. Way better sunlight, way better, you know, food, everything, man. We got to get to the tropics, guys. We got to get to the tropics. And right now we thinking about, right now we're going to Africa. We focused on going to Africa. We got to touch Africa, man. The guys must touch Africa. Yeah, the guys must touch Africa, man. the internet is for collective information. The internet is actually for all information to be put in a place where everyone can be able to access it. Any information. Period. I appreciate you. How you say your name? Dineen? If anybody wants to join the live, let me know. If anybody wants to join the live, let me know. When someone else is going live for some reason, I can't join. Dina. Okay, Dina. Nice to meet you, Dina. The internet is for collective information, whether it's true or false. So what we really got to do is we got to take all the information we see, and weed out all the bullshit. Like, we got to weed out all the bull crap. When you see stuff and it, like, first of all, you got to have common sense. You got to be like, dude, like, that's what's actually messing up the world. Like, a lot of people don't have common sense anymore because we've been programmed to not have any. We've been programmed to not have any common sense. We've been programmed to not know that we're God. We've been programmed to not know that, everything around us is a reflection of us. How we respond to everything, shows us, like, the reality that we're creating and that we're manifesting. And we've been programmed to not seek certain information. So even though all this information is online, we've been programmed to not even seek it. So it's like, you know what I mean? It's like most people are not even, don't even give a damn. Like, they don't care. Like, they don't care anyway. All they want to do is be entertained. They searching for entertainment. They want to laugh. They want to be distracted. And they want to be pacified by this current system that we're living in, this current electromagnetic field of thoughts that we're surrounded with and bombarded with constantly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even the elite get sidetracked sometimes. That's how bad it is, man. Even the elite get sidetracked sometimes. Like, we be focused on the knowledge like a motherfucker, and you'll be focused on the knowledge, you know what I'm saying, for a long time, and then out of nowhere you see something that interests you, and you might, get caught up in that demon. You know what I'm saying? That's why we got to study our astrological energies. We got to study astrology and know how our mind works. And when those negative thought forms comes, we gotta combat them with a positive thought. We gotta combat that with a higher perspective, a healthy perspective. That's why we gotta keep a healthy perspective. You gotta reflect that light, man. You gotta reflect that light. The internet is for collective information. But if you don't have common sense to know that, okay, you was born, or you was, quote unquote, you ported through, you know what I'm saying, and that you're supposedly a natural being, like, you have to know that you're not separate from the animal kingdom. Like, you're not separate from the animal kingdom. Like, your body is the animal. Like, your mind is simulating nature. And it's not separate from it either. But your mind is actually projecting itself through this simulation that we call nature, through the bodies that it has formed through nature. So there is no separation. Like, we have not like we shouldn't separate ourselves from a tree. Like, the only reason we call it a tree is because we've been taught that is a tree in this language. In this language, we've been taught that you call that a tree. But there's really like in the astral plane, there's really like no name. Like, specifically, your name is actually a frequency. Your name is actually like a sound that if your name was actually like a sound, color. You know what I'm saying? Your name is many things. That's why they say God has many names. You see what I'm saying? Because your actual frequency. Okay, peace reflection. Okay, peace reflection. Just hit me up. Hit me up later. Hit me up soon. But yeah, like your 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 name would actually be like, it would be a certain frequency of like how your energy is vibrating, like with the sound of your frequency, the sound of your the sound of the frequency of the sound. It'll be the sound of the frequency of how your atoms are vibrating. It'll be actually how you're like your thoughts, your mind is vibrating into this existence, and in all of the different ways that your color is vibrating. You know, the sound of how all of the atoms around you are moving in a certain ways, the cells. You see what I'm saying? That would be your actual name, which would not be anything that you could say in this language. It would be not anything that you could say in the English language or most of the languages that are on Earth right now. It would actually probably if you would ask me, if you would ask me, it would probably be something close to what they call that. There's a language that the Native Americans use, or they use, where they just expel whatever feeling, you know what I'm saying, through their mouth, and they actually call that a language. I forgot what it's called, but what is it called? Zigzag or something like that? Zigzag, zig, or no. That's what it's called. It's called dang, I just had it was on the tip of my tongue. It's like I'm gonna get to it. It's skit scat. Is it called skit scat? It's called skit scat or something like that. Oh, let me see. Yeah, it's called skit scat. I got it. I got it. I went in there and I went into the Ethernet. You know what I'm saying? Like, the internet is based off the Ethernet. The Ethernet is all of this shit, this invisible energy, the ether that permeates everything, which is the substance of what your mind is. The substance of what the mind manifests to make realms, to make realities. So that's what holds all of the information that you could ever know, that any subjective piece of yourself could ever know. Yeah, and Om is one of the original sounds of the universe, according to Sanskrit, according to Hindu Sanskrit. But yeah, I found it. It's called skit scat. It's called skit scat. Skit scat is a form of music. They called it scats back in the day. They called it scats. And it's basically like when you're on the music and you're just feeling it, you're like, you know what I'm saying? You're making sounds that represent how you feeling, corresponding with the music, corresponding with what you're thinking about, how you feel about the music, how you feel about, you know, the environment or whatever. You know, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, skit scat. But no, there's a language that Native Americans, I think Native Americans used, that it was something like that. But I'm not gonna go deep into that because I don't know all the facts. I'm not gonna lie to you. I need to study more about that. But what I do know is that Regardless of anything that happens to you, you gotta have that common sense, man. You gotta have that common sense when you're going into this information. We living in an age of information. So you gotta know that, okay, they telling you that you separate from nature. They teaching you separate from nature. But you drink water, don't you? You breathe air. You take in sunlight, right? To be healthy, like to create certain vitamins, certain minerals, chemical, you know what I'm saying, processes in the body, so certain chemical processes in the body can keep you stable. And a tree does the same thing, exact same thing. So like, it lets you know, the tree breathes in the same air that we breathe. They just take carbon dioxide out of the air and push out oxygen. We take in oxygen and filter it out and push out carbon dioxide. That is us reciprocating. That is us. That is how we're connected. That is how you know that we are a part of nature. We are not separate from nature at all. We got to have that common sense type of thinking. Like, we're not separate from nature. Like, what you breathing in, the tree is also breathing in. Y'all just breathing out different parts of the air, different forms, you know what I'm saying? Y'all just filtering the air, basically, for each other. So it's this constant symbiosis. It's this constant reciprocation of energy, of vitality, of life. See, you breathe air, you drink water. The trees do the same thing. Trees and plants do the same thing. They drink water. Facts. They just do it differently. They do it differently. They drink water. You need sunlight to be, you know, to be stable, to be a stable human being. That's why in the winter seasons, or if you live in the winter seasons, or if you live close to the northern hemisphere, closer to the northern hemisphere, then you are going to be more depressed. There's not much vitality. There's not much essence, life essence. You feel depressed. You don't want to move a lot. You want to hibernate more. Just like most of the animals that get to those certain environments and climates, they want to hibernate more. They want to sleep all the fucking time. They want to get up and be active, actually. And trees and plants are the same way. Trees and plants are literally the same way. Like, the more you go away from the equator, the less sunlight you get. The less sunlight plants and trees get, the less they grow. Like they start to wither away. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, during the winter seasons, right? The trees, all of the leaves off of the tree basically fall off. That spirit of the tree migrates. And this is how you know that, okay, we're a part of nature, but we are not conscious of this. We are not, people don't have common sense. This is common sense. The common sense thing to do would be to do what all of nature does, most of nature does, when it starts getting cold. Like, I'm not saying, like, you know what I'm saying, when it starts getting cold, you supposed to leave and go to the warmer climates. If that is natural for you, if it is natural for you to have sunlight, like certain trees and animals and stuff, you know what I'm saying, that it's natural for them. It's their natural environment. It's natural for them to be in a cold environment. So that's how they've adapted. They can withstand it. You know, they can move about and live within it. But people like beings like us, and a lot of trees and plants and stuff, and a lot of animals, we need warmer climates to thrive and flourish. You know what I'm saying? And if you look at the tropics, you will see that, like, everything is flourishing. There's no cold season. There's only rain seasons and stuff. Like, there's rain seasons and dry seasons. You know, there's a time to, you know what I'm saying, for them to take in all of their nutrients and everything from the rain and stuff like that, in the sunlight, and then just grow and flourish, and, you know, let things be and let things be active. But this is how you know we're not conscious of it, conscious of the fact that we're completely connected to nature, because human beings are the only beings that need warmer climates to exist and don't move. Like most of us don't move. We're supposed to migrate. Okay? There's a magnetic vibration that pulls. There's a magnetic vibration that pulls animals that less animals know. Less certain birds know. Certain land animals know that it's time. Like the seasons are changing. Like get to a warmer climate. Get to a warm environment. Get to a better environment for you. Okay? We most of us clearly see this and then like just ignore it because we're distracted. We are distracted. We are distracted by things that do not fucking matter. Like we're completely distracted by things that don't matter, like entertainment and sports and pacification and certain types of music and all kinds of bullshit out here, smoking, drinking, partying, acting, you know what I'm saying? Just entertainment, like, and pacification. Like we're bombarded with distractions. And see, like a lot of us, we get the curses. A lot of us, we get the hint from the universe that, hey, it's starting to get cold. You need to be in a warm environment. You hate the cold. But instead of leaving, since we're so distracted, instead of leaving, we have been given, through our lower self, we have been given devices that subconsciously tell us that, okay, it's okay to live here. It's okay to live in the northern hemisphere. It's okay to live in a cold environment because we got heaters and air conditioners and, devices that are unnatural, that are not, that are bad for the environment and do not, like naturally benefit all of existence. Like, so like we need to start really thinking deeply about this stuff, man. We first of all, you gotta have common sense. You gotta have common sense to know that you are connected to nature. You are a natural being. Like I said, your air, you share the same air with the tree. But the tree filters out certain things in the air and pushes out certain things in the air back to you so that you can live. You filter out. Whether you like it or not, you're breathing. Whether you like it or not. People can say, you know what I'm saying, I'm not connected to nature. Bro, you breathe. Stop playing. Stop playing with yourself. Like, you breathe. Regardless of anything, you're gonna breathe. And when you breathe out, all of that carbon dioxide that you're breathing out, that you filter out of the air, and you took in the oxygen, you breathe it out. You know what I'm saying? You took breaths and all that carbon dioxide came out. That's going to all over the planet, bro. That's going all over the planet, fam. Like regardless of anything you talking about, like talking about we higher than animals, nigga. Nah, nigga. We lower than animals because we not even listening to what the earth is telling us to do. Like we're not even listening to what the universe tells us to do when seasons change. Like I'm not saying like you're not supposed to like you're not able to like visit these climates and stuff, but it's not natural. It's not natural for us to stay here. It's not natural for us to just live in this shit. Like air conditioners and stuff are not natural. Like it's not natural for us to live here. And regardless of what you say about, whether you in tune with nature or not, like, bro, like you are a natural being. Regardless if you like it or not, you gotta breathe. You gotta walk around this bitch. You gotta eat. You know what I'm saying? You gotta reciprocate information with nature, period. So for people to say they're not, you know what I'm saying, that we're above animals and stuff like that, nah, you're not above an animal, my nigga. You ain't even close. We not even close to being above animals yet. We're not even close to being above animals yet. You're really not even supposed to be trying to be above animals, period. You're supposed to be living in tune with them. You're supposed to have dominion over them. Like it says in Genesis. You're supposed to have dominion over them, which means which means righteous dominion, not just controlling everything and fucking bashing heads together and keeping them in zoos and shit. You know, peace reflections. Welcome to my room. I'm just ranting, basically, about the internet and nature, how we need to be more in tune with nature and move to the tropics and stuff. Yeah, so before you even study that information online, you gotta have common sense, bro. You gotta have common sense. The fact that you breathing, the tree is breathing. The fact that you drinking water, the trees and plants are drinking water. The fact that you need sunlight to have vitality and high energy and good existence and to have the right stuff in your body. The trees and the plants doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of animals doing the same thing. You know, and you find out your natural environment by how your body is made and what types of minerals and stuff, like what type of energy you get from your environments. You know, and you gotta have that first before you even. You know, a lot of people now they didn't have it. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I didn't really. You know what I'm saying? I knew I was a part of nature in some way, but I really wasn't that conscious of it because of societal programming and stuff like that, subconscious programming through religion. Because I was really like deep. I grew up in the Bible Belt. I'm in the Bible Belt right now. Like it's misunderstandings of who Jesus is, misunderstandings of who we actually are, and that's everywhere. And they constantly preaching this. But and so it's like when I actually noticed that all of the knowledge, the esoteric knowledge and stuff that I was seeking was just making me like get closer to nature, making me like notice that all of this knowledge comes from nature. I was like, dang, all this knowledge comes from nature. As soon as one day I noticed, like, I was studying everything, like, from the black conscious community. I was studying everything from like the black conscious community and the other conscious community, the Europeanized conscious community, and you know what I'm saying, white people, they be talking about ancient sciences. Everybody, I was studying everything. I was studying everything, man. And none of it was actually benefiting my life. And so what happened was, I was like, dang, all of this stuff comes from nature, man. All this stuff that I'm hearing about is based in nature. Let me go out in nature. I went out and connected with nature, took my shirt off. I went out there, bonded with some bushes, trees, looked up to the sun, talked to the sun. Like, and literally the elements, they began to talk to me. And they weren't talking to me like I'm talking to y'all, but they would literally speak to you, through feeling, because that's how feeling is knowing. They were speaking to me through feeling, and they was like telling me like, bruh, we are you type of shit. Like, this is you. Yes, this is what you're supposed to be doing. Fuck all that, you know what I'm saying, gunk, all that, junk information, all of that junk information, you know what I'm saying, yes, facts, with all this atom and all this cells. Yep. Cells within cells, we're atoms within atoms. That's what a galaxy is. A galaxy is actually an atom. And the Earth is an electron. The galaxies are atoms, and the planets are electrons. I mean, the planets are electrons. Okay, so yeah, I went out and I connected with nature, and nature was like, yeah, like, you, like, fuck all the junk information, bro. Like, you're studying and studying and studying. Like, that's not gonna help you. Like, connect with us. Like, we're you. And like the next day, I swear, like, the next day, I promise you, like, my word is bond. I promise you, the next day, I found a video called Master Teacher Drops Never Before Heard Information. Whoa. WHOA, exclamation marks, like, whoa. And I watched that video. When I watched that video, bro, my mind was fucking open like a mud. Like, it was very open. Like, I'm doing my best not to use profanity right now. But even though profanity denotes intelligence, that's a scientific study that profanity denotes higher intelligence. But Yeah, I watched that video and I was like, bruh, like, are you serious? I'm like, who is this nigga, man? I'm like, who is dude? Like, dude going ham. Like, he just, like, what? Broke open my whole paradigm. Like, broke open my whole paradigm, man. Hello, blessings, bliss. I love myself. But, peace, God. Yeah, I love myself. But, I tapped into that frequency, fam. Like, bro, like I tapped into their frequency. Like, literally, the day, one day, I was like, forget all this knowledge, connect to nature, let me see what happened. Nature told me, okay, yes, you're doing the right thing. The next day, I found Chief, who's known as Nature Boy at that time. I found Chief, facts. I was like, dude, this is crazy. And, you know, that was some years ago, but, you know, I was up and down, I was backsliding, you know what I'm saying, because I was still in the system. I was still working in the system and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I ain't working for that system. I'm working for the kingdom of heaven, like the kingdom of God, like facts. Like, back then, I was like, we're still working for the system, you know what I'm saying, still taking my time to study all the knowledge and stuff and watch, you know what I'm saying, watch what was going on and watching all the progression of everybody that was coming in and out of that Chief's life. You know, I'm late. What videos? Okay, I was basically saying that one day I was connecting with nature. I mean, one day I was studying all this knowledge and stuff, and I got fed up with it. And then I was like, all this knowledge stems from nature. So I went out and I connected with nature, and nature told me, yes, this is what you're doing. This is what you need to do. We are you. Everything is you. Yada, yada, yada. And then the next day, I found a video from Chief called Master Teacher Drops Never Before Heard Information. Yeah. Master Teacher Drops Never Before Heard Information. So yeah, after that, my mind was open. It broke my whole paradigm. And ever since, I've been experiencing, you know, the Babylon system for myself. You know, working through the Babylon system, job to job, you know, bullshit to bullshit, bullshitting ass people that's programmed, subconscious minds programmed, they stuck in boxes. Drama, yes, drama. Yeah, all the drama. I done seen all the drama and everything in Chief's life, and I done went through shit myself, so that's why I don't judge. I'm not finna judge. I have not finna judge somebody I'm not around. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna judge somebody, you know what I'm saying, make a final judgment on somebody else that I'm not even living with. You know what I'm saying? I'm not around. Like, that's not directly affecting my life right now. Like, so no, I don't, you know what I'm saying? I didn't get too caught up in it, because I always been a person that didn't like drama. But yeah, man, I went through it, and I was up and down, and I found it. And I was like, hey, yeah. So that my point of saying all of that was to just say that with this internet stuff, with this internet age, this age of information, you have to connect with nature. You have to connect with nature. Connect with nature. Like, while you're studying all this information, I know, you know, everyone wants to know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, I mean, not everyone, but a lot of people wants to know what's going on. We want to know what's going on. We want to know esoteric information. You know, we want to know, you know what I'm saying, all that, you know what I'm saying, about life, period. The deeper concepts of life and, like, what life actually is, like, why we here, who we are, you know what I'm saying, how do we get here type of thing. Like, what the heck is this? Like, what the heck is this? Like, literally, what is this? Like, have you ever just stood back and, like, asked yourself, like, bro, okay, I know I got an arm and hands and, you know what I'm saying, a body, like, but hey, how's the connection, fam? How's the connection, everybody? They saying that the video keeps pausing. How's the connection, Immortal Irish? Does it look good to you? Does it look straight to you, Immortal Irish? Okay. Check your connection, cutie. Check your connection, Kiki. Um. So yeah. Um. Yeah. You ever just sit back and just like, bro, like literally, like, okay, I have a hand, I have an arm, I have this body, like, but what is it though? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know it's being used, like, I know I'm using it to move around, but why? Like, why is this, like, what is this for? Like, literally, what is this for? Like, how, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, asking, like, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, asking, that's one question. Why? That's one question that dumbfounds, like, every philosopher, that dumbfounds everybody. But see, you got to keep asking that shit. We're in an age of information now. So what I'm saying is we got to connect with nature so that we can gain some common sense. We got to know that we are one with nature first. And see, what will happen is when you're online searching through all this information and you're going through all these articles and you're going through all these videos and you're watching everything, you're studying everything, and you're trying to see what knowledge you can apply to your life. Hey, just the simple fact that you knowing that you connected with nature, you're going to see information and you're going to automatically skim through all the bullshit. You're going to automatically filter out through all the bullshit. You're going to automatically start filtering, like, through, you know what I'm saying, all the bull crap, all the drama shit, all the entertainment shit. You're going to start filtering out. And if you do watch entertainment, or you know what I'm saying, you do watch movies and stuff, it's online, or you do watch things that, you know what I'm saying, pacify a lot of people, you going to start breaking all this shit down. Like, esoterically, you going to start. Okay, my bad, y'all. My wife was calling. But yeah, like, you're gonna, once you connect to nature, like, all of that, all is gonna be weeded out. Even if you're like into entertainment and stuff like this, stuff that most people get distracted by, you're gonna start breaking down, like, the esoteric concepts. Yeah. I had to take a call. You're gonna start breaking down esoteric concepts, like, of everything that you've seen. And you're gonna connect it back to nature. You're gonna connect all the symbols and stuff, like ancient symbols. You're gonna see them in shows. You're gonna see them in movies. You're gonna see stuff that look like stuff in nature. You're gonna relate it back to there. You're gonna see patterns. Like, you're gonna see stuff. Like, everything is literally gonna teach you. Like, everything about everything you're doing is gonna teach you exactly where you need to be. It's gonna teach you exactly what you need to do, and where you need to be, and what you need to think about, and what you need to meditate on. Like, and as long as you keep connected with nature, which is why one of our sciences at carbonation is grounding / earthing, connecting with the, you know what I'm saying, connecting with the sun through melanin. You know, that's another science, is study of melanin. Like, as long as you keep yourself connected to nature, man, bruh, you gon' feel it. You gonna begin to feelize that you are God, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Even though we still going through the human experience and we have stuff that we gonna have to overcome within our minds. You know what I'm saying? The learning process. You know what I'm saying? Through that learning process and knowing that you're connected with nature, it's just more. It makes it more exciting. You know what I'm saying? It makes it more exciting. It makes life way more exciting. It makes studying, it makes learning exciting. Like, you know, and I'm an Aries sun, so I'm an Aries sun and an Aries moon, so I like a lot of activity. I like spontaneity. How do you say it? Spontaneity? Yes, I like being spontaneous. Like, I like a lot of high energy. I like things to be moving around. I like to see things going. And so, but I also have a Libra Jupiter in the 10th house, so that makes me a philosopher, and it makes me very intuitive. So I gotta be able to learn, but learn with, like, you know what I'm saying, excitement. I gotta have an excitement for something for me to actually learn it and retain the information, and efficiently apply the information to my life. Like, I gotta have excitement. I gotta be excited about this shit. Like, yes, Like, this is happening. Okay, what I need to do? What do I need to do? What's the next step? And so for me, that's basically what's been going on. Like, I've been always studying my whole life, like since I was 11. I've been studying since I was 11, in Babylon age. You know what I'm saying? At 11 years of age. And I just study until a few years ago, till a couple years ago. And then I was like, man, all this knowledge, man, I got, like, this shit ain't doing nothing. Like, I still keep getting brought back to a city that I'm running from. And I'm like, man, there's a reason I keep coming back to this city, man. Like, facts. Like, there's a reason I keep coming back to this city. And I need to deal with something. I need to deal with my mind. So, connected with nature, man. I found carbonation. I found Chief. And it's really been improving my life, man. Like, my perception of life and teaching me basically how to deal with certain situations. Deal with the situation that I'm in order to make another environment, in order to make another situation. So, yeah. Oh, man, no problem. Only solutions, man. I'm just chilling, man. And I want to get on live more. I don't go live that often. I don't go live that often on any of my social media. And so I'm just about to start going live more often so y'all can start seeing more of my, personal life. But I want to relate it all back to the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? I want to relate it all back to the knowledge. That way I can manifest more people in my life that's on the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? More situations and experiences in my personal life that's about the knowledge. Like, everything about the knowledge. Everything about objective facts. I want everything about objective facts. I want everything about divine knowledge of self in my life. All I want to see is divine knowledge of self all around me. And right now, in my subconscious mind, I'm not at that place yet. But my conscious mind, yeah, I'm putting in those programs. I'm going through the process of redoing my environment, redoing my whole subconscious mind, to where it's straight divine knowledge of self. Only people in my life is focused on divine knowledge of self, and willing to change and willing to transform, and willing to get into it with nature and carbonation and Chief, and it's just living in harmony. You know what I'm saying? And building the kingdom of heaven, materializing heaven on earth through the stars. You know what I'm saying? Through knowing our star facts. So, yo. I don't know. I think that's about it, man. I could talk for hours, but I don't have any specific topics. I really just chose that topic off a whim, and it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff on the internet that just. Oh, another thing about the internet, because I was saying something about it earlier, but I didn't really go in depth. Another thing about the internet is that the internet is a fractal version of the Ethernet. The internet is a collection of information represented through zeros and ones on a physical plane, on the earth plane. But we have an Ethernet, which is the collection of all of our minds, which actually holds all the information in the higher realms, or the ethereal realms. You know what I'm saying? Like the substance that the mind uses to manipulate realities and possibilities into experiences. So, there are certain techniques, there's certain things that we can do to tap into that information. And like, just like how I was saying about, I'm studying this knowledge all over the internet. I'm studying this knowledge. Peace, goddess. I love myself. Just how, like I was saying, you study all this knowledge on the internet, and I was studying all that knowledge on the internet, and I got fed up, and I was like, bro, this is not changing my perspective of life. This is not helping me, really. Like, I'm going to connect with nature. Like, that simple thought, like, when you change the frequency of thought, like, when you completely change that thought, like, you know what I'm saying, like, stop seeking things outside of yourself and see things more within, you know what I'm saying, and see that the within is without, that's when everything that you think is outside of you starts to tell you that it's within. Everything that you think is outside of you actually starts to tell you, okay, everything, like, I am you. Like, everything that you're thinking about, it's affecting us. Like, we're all one. And that's what happened. Like, and that's the Ethernet right there. I was on the internet searching for information, and I was like, forget that. I'm going to the Ethernet. So, yeah, like, the Ethernet, and like how I did earlier in this live, if you go watch the live, if you go back and watch this live again, earlier, I was trying to think of something that had to do with what I was talking about, and I couldn't put my pen, I felt that thought. I felt the thought coming to me through the Ethernet. I felt the thought coming to me. I felt my brain calculating, you know what I'm saying, and going through my supercomputer, my body, and calculating, you know what I'm saying, what was going on. And so I used that frequency, the Om frequency. The Om frequency was one of the frequencies claimed by Sanskrit, Hindu Sanskrit, that basically makes up reality. You said what my boys doing? Oh, they in the back listening to music, chilling right now. They in the back chilling. I'm about to go back there in a minute. I'm about to get up and do some stuff around here. I'm really just going live because I don't go live often on my pages, on my social media, and I really want to put this vibe out there so we can manifest more. You know what I mean? We can manifest more things. We need more people that base their thoughts in divine knowledge of self in our lives. We need more people that's willing to change and willing to study themselves and put the information that they have into their subconscious minds, so that we can all attract each other and live and materialize the kingdom of heaven into the earth plane. Because let thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. You know what I'm saying? Let thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Will is already being done in heaven, so let thy will be done. Let, meaning automatic, like, do it. Like, everything that's being done in heaven needs to be done on earth. Everything that's being materialized, and everything that how all the stars moving, everything is moving on in the heavens, is how we need to take and study ourselves to materialize things on earth. And that's point blank period. And they put a lot of stuff in these religious texts that keep us back, and they put a lot of stuff in our subconscious minds, in the collective consciousness, that keep us back from realizing that we are God. Like, literally, like, we are God. Like, God is a new term. Like, religion is new, like, but it has fucked up the world so bad, so fast. Like, made everybody forget that we are all connected, and we have a collective mind. We should be unified in one mind, and we should move to the energy of our mind, manipulating itself to make things happen within the natural realm. And that's how we should, and so the first step that we are doing is we need to get in tune with nature. We need to get more in tune with nature. We need to study ourselves, study our astrology. We need to study the 5 sciences. We need to study astrology, biology, melanin, grounding, and what's the other one? Astrology, biology, melanin, grounding, and quantum physics. The 5 sciences. You can count them on your hand. We need to study those 5 sciences, and we need to bring all the information together and apply the information to our lives, and push and proclaim the kingdom. Like, it's what I'm doing right now. And proclaim the kingdom. Proclaim means to publicly announce with due emphasis. Proclaim means to publicly announce with due emphasis. And see, we not about to go out in the street. We living in a new age. We living in the age of information. We not about to just go out and run out in the street and just yell, "Hey, the kingdom of heaven is at hand," like they so-called did in the Bible. No, we're not finna do that. We finna just get online, you know what I'm saying, and on our pages, And we about to just put that information out there and let people know this is the truth. Like, this is the truth. This is everything we're saying is based on objective facts. We need to connect back to nature. We need to get to the tropics. We need to live our best life, man. And put all this information together and build the kingdom on earth. Build the heaven that we visualized collectively. We need to materialize that on this earth plane. You see? So, yeah, and we need to proclaim that. We need to proclaim these 5 sciences. We need to proclaim applying this knowledge to your life. We need to proclaim transformation. Stop all the, smoking and drinking all the time. Because ain't no wrong with drinking. It's just about what you drink, how much of it, when you do it. You know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? All these other substances, drugs and stuff, you know what I'm saying, that's not supposed to be in the body. We need to cut all that out. Like, period. We need to cut all that out. Like, we need to cut that out. We need to cut out people in our lives that are not benefiting our lives. People in our lives that are not focused on change, that are not focused on betterment and growth. They always want to just be comfortable. We got to cut those people. We got to teach them. And if they don't want to learn, if they're not willing to learn, if they're not willing to grow and better, we got to cut them out of our lives. We got to start taking control of our lives, man. We got to start taking intimate and intricate control of our life, because your life is the only life. Through quantum physics, I'm not even going to go into the science right now. I'm going to do all that later. I'm going to explain it simply like this. Without your mind, you wouldn't experience life. So your mind is very important. It's vital to existence. Without your mind, there is no experience. Without your mind, you wouldn't be here. You are the only thing that exists. Without you, there is no existence. There is no existence, period. So we got to be very, very serious. We must start being very, very serious about our life and what we put in our subconscious mind, what we put in our experience, who we deal with, why we dealing with them. We must be very, 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 very serious about our energy and how we manipulate our energy. Because all energy is your energy. All energy is my energy. You see? All energy is my energy. So I must be very, very serious and very, very particular about how I use my energy. And everyone else that's conscious of this and that's becoming conscious of this should do the same. You know, a lot of people say, man, don't take life too serious, and if you ask me, there's no such thing as too serious. And even if you're joking and you having a good time with somebody. But yeah, like I was saying, you got to take your life very seriously, man. I don't care if you're just joking and you just joking with, I don't care, you know what I'm saying? Like I was saying, I don't care if you're just joking with your associates or your reflections with your family. You still got to take that serious. You got to take bonding with your family very serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, take everything serious in your life. Don't ever take anything for granted. You know what I'm saying? Don't take anything for granted, because energy is always transforming, and we got to live in the now, man. We got to live in the now and take the now moment very seriously, so that we can put all of our energy, all of our focus on doing what we need to do in the moment. Because if you don't, then you're going to miss out on certain things that you could have experienced or certain information that you could have gained. I hear my son. I hear one of my sons in there yelling. Let me get up. But yeah, let me see. Take life seriously. I'm gonna put that in there. Yeah, I'm gonna pin that comment right there, like. But yeah, you gotta take your life seriously, man. Can't just be playing with this shit. Like, just being entertained and want to just laugh all day. Nah. It's a time for that. It's a time for everything. Hey, what you whining about in here, man? What's going on? What's going on with you? What's going on with you, man? Why you doing all that? Come on. You be on live with Daddy? You want to eat an apple? Let me see what we got in here. What we got in here? I'm coming with them all this time. But yeah, we gotta take our lives seriously, man. We can't keep bullshitting like this, man. And like a lot of people, like, you know what I'm saying? And I've been one of those people too. That, you know what I'm saying, had people in their life that was still kept doing the same thing, so backslid. You know what I mean? So like, now this is in Orange. We gotta go get some apples. We gotta go grocery shopping. We gotta go get some groceries around this motherfucker. But you open it. You open it. But yeah, like, I was one of those people that was you know, an intellectual masturbator, and then when I actually found the knowledge, the divine knowledge itself, and began to apply it to my life, my subconscious mind was deeply programmed with smoking and drinking and stuff of that matter. And so I had people in my life that were still doing that. So I eventually fell back because I'm very susceptible. I'm very susceptible. What you whining about, man? What you whining about, man? I got you. I'm holding you, man. I'm holding you. But yeah, my astrological energy. I'm very susceptible. I'm very susceptible to fall back into you know, old ways and stuff if that's around me, like right now. So like I gotta have people in my life. I gotta isolate myself. I gotta have other people in my life. I can't have the same people in my life that's smoking and drinking and doing all that stuff. We gotta actually take our lives seriously, man. What's up, Chief? What's up, Chief? Peace to the gods. Peace to the gods walking the earth. I love myself. But yeah, like, we gotta take life seriously, man. Because if we don't take life seriously, like a lot of people say, man, like, don't take life too seriously, yada yada yada. I'm like, nah, bro, nah. If you ask me, there ain't no such thing as too serious. Because this is the only life you got. This is the only life you got, and you wouldn't even have this life without your own consciousness. So you got to take this serious. You got to take your energy work serious. Everything around you, peace God. Everything around you is your energy. Like, everything around you is literally a reflection of your energy. So we got to start cutting these people out of our lives, man. And I know I am. So I ain't bullshitting no more. Like, bro, like this is the age of information. We got all this information out here that can change our lives, and that can, you know, make us be who we want to be. Like, make us manifest who we feel we are. You know what I'm saying? Manifest a whole environment that promotes that. And people not taking their lives seriously. People not taking their lives seriously. People are always talking about they want to change, but they still doing the same thing. People come to me like, bro, you the smartest dude I know. Like, dang, bro, you the smartest dude I know. And then they ask me for advice, and I tell them what to do, and they still do the same shit. Still keep doing the same thing. They keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. And I'm like, dang, that's a reflection of me, man. I'm like, dang, that's a reflection of me. I need to cut off these people. I need to isolate myself. I need to reprogram my subconscious mind. Like, forget the bull crap. Forget all the bull crap. You know what I'm saying? That is being bombarded. That my brain, that my subconscious mind is being bombarded with. Like, nah, I ain't about to let these EMF fields take me out. Like, when I know I'm elite. Like, I have very high self-esteem. Like, I know I'm elite. Like, I'm not gonna play games. Like, I'm not gonna play no fucking games with myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the only reason I backslid, you know what I'm saying, in my past is the only reason I backslid in my past is because I was in a comfortable position. Like, I wasn't growing. I wasn't actually growing. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't actually focused on growth. You know what I'm saying? How I should have been, or could have been. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm about to start going live more, showing my personal life, not just to show it for entertainment. No, it's for me to attract my tribe, man. It's for me to attract my soul family. It's for me to make sure that everything in my environment is based in divine knowledge of self. Period. Everything in my environment is divine knowledge of self. All day, every day. All day, every day, divine knowledge of self. All day, every day, divine knowledge of self. Like, point blank, period. I gathered up a whole bunch of knowledge. I gathered up a whole bunch of knowledge. And tried to, you know, give it out to other people and try to get them on it so they can be with me and all that, and was trying to convert people. But now I understand, no, like, you're not here to convert people. You're here to save yourself. You're here to actually put out the vibes that you want to put out. And what will happen is you will attract people that's like you. You know what I'm saying? You will attract people that's like you. And see, I've been seeing in my universe, though, the universe has been giving me cursors. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's a fact. That's fact, Fi. The universe has been giving me, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like, the universe has already, I have to take a call. The universe was already telling me, like showing me, like, that people was being pushed out of my life. And, like, that's another thing. That's another thing I want to touch on. The universe was already showing me, and by pushing certain people out of my life. And as I was trying to, you know, convert them or whatever, and, you know what I'm saying, or push out the knowledge and speak about the knowledge all the time and change my life and eat differently and stuff like that. And so what I want to say about that is that when you know something right to do, and you get those hints, and you get those vibes, and you get those signs, yes. When you get those signs from the stars, from your star facts, no, you need to do it immediately, because it's going to happen anyway. It's going to eventually happen anyway, and if you don't do it, it's going to hurt you. It's going to hurt you even worse. Like, it's going to hurt you even worse if you don't embrace your own growth and betterment through your astrological energy and through ascending through your astrological energy. It's gonna mess you up. It's gonna mess your life up. It's gonna mess your mind up, because you're gonna be sitting in a predicament, and you're gonna be wondering why the same things keep happening. You're gonna be wondering why the same things. Hey, your mommy said hi. Your mommy said hi, boy. Your mommy said hi, son.
Hey, mama.
Oh yeah. She was talking to Zion, but come here, Zillis. Are you on a potty? Oh, he on a potty. But yeah, like, when you see them signs from the universe that you need to change your life, like, period, just do it. Just do not wait. You need another. This should pull up. Okay. Let's get one. It's right there. Yeah, get one and put it on. Hey, your mama said, hey, man.
Hey,
Your mama said hi. Hi, Zealous, is what she said. Go get your pull up. It's right there. On the floor right there. Yeah, just put it on. But yeah, when the universe giving you signs, do not wait. Do not try to stay in the situation. You'll be stuck in a situation wondering, like, damn, why am I dealing with this shit? You know, why am I so frustrated? And so many other things. You'll just be thinking, like, why does this keep happening? Why does this keep happening over and over and over again? Over and over and over again. When the universe is telling you, like, your higher self is telling you. Your higher self is telling you, I got you. Your higher self is telling you, like, grow. It's time to grow, man. It's time to be with me. It's time to be with your higher self. It's time to embody me. Embody me. You gotta go. You gotta get on that journey. And I've been on this journey for a minute, and I backslided a few times, and I don't feel like, and every time I do it, I feel bad as fuck. And and every time I did that, every time I backslid, I was like, I felt bad. I'm like, nah, man, I ain't finna do this no more, man. I'm not about to do this anymore. Period. I'm not about to do that shit no more. I don't care. Like, my higher self is calling me. Like, my higher self is calling me, and I'm answering. I'm coming, boy. Chill out. You good? But yeah. My higher self is calling me, and I'm answering the call like right now. My higher self is calling me, and I'm answering the call like every day from now on. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? The higher self want to always be intimately connected with you, so you gotta answer the call every day, man. Every single day, every moment, every chance you get, every sign that you get that promotes your growth and betterment. You gotta study yourself, study your astrology. So you won't just be thinking the universe trying to tell you something when it's just you telling yourself that. You know what I'm saying? So you won't be thinking that it's a pure message coming through, and you got demons and stuff that's telling you what you whining about, man. I got you. What's up? You see me on live, man? What's happening? What the heck is that on your face? But yeah, we got to study our astrological energies so we can overcome our debilitations, man. We got to study our astrological energy so we can overcome our debilitations and reflect that light, man. Reflect that light, man. Reflect that light from the higher self, man. Like facts. You got to reflect that light, man. Like everything. There's a reason everything happens, like point blank period. There's a reason everything happens, man. And the most honorable, immortal chief Eligio of Christ, like, dude on point. Like, he on point. People talk shit about him all the time. Most of the people, they have not even spoken to him directly. Most of these people don't even talk to dude. Bro, he on point. Like, real talk. He give you some real shit. Like, he give you real facts that's gonna actually help your life. Like, I don't care what people say about him. He helped me. He helped invoke some pure thoughts in me the other day. It was kind of funny. How I was on a live the other day, and like he just came through and, you know what I'm saying, gave me his presence, and like a lot of people that I know in my personal life was saying they was watching the live and they wouldn't say nothing, they wouldn't interact with me. I'm like, dang, out of everybody, the Messiah is interacting with me. That means I'm the Messiah. That means I need to tap into that energy and be the Messiah every day. Cut all the bullshit out of life. Cut all the bullshit out of my life, and literally focus on divine knowledge of self every single day, all day, every single day, all day, and program my subconscious mind. And see, us going live, this social media, this internet, it's supposed to be used for specific reasons. It's supposed to be used for specific reasons. And if we don't use that for specific reasons, which is to broadcast your frequency, broadcast your messages to the collective consciousness so that you can attract things into your life, then you have to give something. You have to give so you can receive. So you got to give as much as you can. Give everything within your soul, within your spirit, within your body. You have to give everything. You give so you can receive. You never know who's out there waiting to hear the message that you have. You never know who's out there waiting to feel the way you spit the message, the way you giving out the message. You never know who's out there waiting. Who's out there waiting and you know what I'm saying, waiting to return something to you with that energy. Wait for that energy for them to be a part of that energy return. You know what I'm saying? For them to be a part of that karma. So we got to be brutally honest with ourselves. Take our lives very seriously, very, very seriously. You have to take every aspect of your life very, very seriously. Whether you doing something, you know what I'm saying, building something, or whether you or whether you just playing and laughing, you know what I'm saying? You gotta take that serious. You gotta bond with your family. You gotta bond with everybody around you. Whether it's studying yourself, you gotta study yourself seriously. You gotta study like everything around you and take that shit serious. Take everything in life very, very serious. If you're talking about you want to have better health, or you want to, you know what I'm saying, you want to lose weight, or you want to study something, you want to know about something, you want to learn a certain skill, you want to embrace different parts, you know, of looking at life. You want to embrace a whole nother perception of life. You want to make a whole new lifestyle. You got to take that shit serious. You think these people out here all over the internet that's changing their lifestyle, that like they playing? Like they took that serious. They wanted that every single day, and they made sure that they put cursors in their subconscious mind, in their environment, that motivated them to do it every day, and focus on it every single day. To focus on doing what they want to do with their lives every single day. And what I'm doing in my life is I'm the elite. I'm the elite. I'm manifesting kingdom of heaven on earth. I'm studying myself, reprogramming my subconscious mind, fighting through all my astrological debilitations, overcoming everything in my life that is hindering me from growth and betterment, and being one with my higher self in the tropics, being great and elevating, and building and manifesting the kingdom of heaven on this planet. No matter what. That's what I'm doing. Take life seriously. Take life seriously. Cut out everything that does not serve your higher purpose. If you do not stand for something, you will fall for anything. If you do not fully stand for something, you will fall for anything. We must take our lives seriously. Like point blank, period. So yeah. I'm about to get off of here and start doing a little something around this house. Like, I don't know, I'm gonna do something. But yeah, take everything I said in seriously, like Lords and my reflections, carbonation. We got Guccians, anybody that's watching this video. We are guides walking the earth, and we have to acknowledge ourselves as that, each other is that on a daily basis, and we got to take that serious. People laugh. People are gonna laugh, but you know what I'm saying. You still got your own life. People are gonna laugh even when you accomplish the things you say you about to accomplish. Even when you constantly saying, "Yeah, I'm about to do this, I'm about to do that," and they laughing like, "Ha, you can't." And then you accomplish it. They still want to find something to laugh about. They still want to find something to point a finger at somebody else because they don't know themselves. And when you point the finger, you miss the point. The whole point of reality is you growing and bettering your consciousness. That's it. Expanding the collective consciousness. That's it. Growing and bettering the intricate details that help keep us all together as one unit moving upon the face of the earth. As a big piece of the earth. A part of the earth's immune system. Fighting off disease and bacterial infections and fungi and viruses. You know? So yeah, I love myself, family. I love myself. I'm about to take it down. I'm gonna go live in probably a couple hours. I'm gonna go live again probably a couple hours. I gotta go meditate. You know what I'm saying? I meditate right now, but there's some other things I want to meditate on and go into deep thought about before I come back on live. And yeah, you act like you sleepy, bro. And before I come back on live again, and I'll be back. I love myself. See you soon. Peace. Sleepy butt.